don't know if I should do this or not. On one hand, I'm going to displease all the gamers on my audience. But the other hand, I'm going to please all my fucking furry viewers. Alright, fuck it. Do you really want to know what it is? I don't think you want to know what it is. I'm going to do it anyway, though. So here it is. Shocked, huh? Hello, guys. My name is Fearman the Wolf. That's fucking cringe as hell. Today, in this video, we're going to do something special. We're going to go on a little bit of a journey. A journey through this YouTube channel that I've recently known about. I don't know what his name is. It's something like, I don't know, Dude Don't Peek? I don't know, he's like 30 subs. Who cares? Alright, to be serious here, I have been on YouTube for as long as I can remember, and I've had this channel for nearly ongoing 2 years now. And I've seen some shit, and I've done a whole lot of shit. And I feel like this is a perfect time to sort of make a retroperspective and to explain, well, this. I kinda just want to do something new. You really think I was going to live off my career with fucking Destiny 2 edits? Ah, nah. No. Who does that? And I really hope you enjoy this retro perspective of my whole journey of 2 years being wasted on this dumbass website.
I can't seem to get happy. Maybe this will...
Before we start with my first video, I want to talk about my life back then. And what kind of person I was. Back then, I was insecure of myself. But not in a way of getting to know people. I have known people, I had friends back then. It's just my abilities. I was insecure about my abilities to do something. Because really, at the time, the only thing I was good at was fucking destroying kids in Call of Duty. Then, it all came to me on Christmas of 2018. Where my mom gave me a phone for Christmas. It was a Samsung. iPhone users come at me. And I came up with the greatest idea ever. I was going to start a YouTube channel. So my mom hooked me up with an email, and I got to it. I feel like if I started YouTube, this was going to be a journey to at least do something. I didn't want to do nothing, even though that's basically the stereotype I have today. But I wanted to at least do something. I wanted to have an ability to impress people with and grow experience with it. I wanted to grow up with something, and so I made my channel. Bruh. I decided to make my first video in January of 2018. Was that video good? No, it wasn't. Basically, I had no idea what to do with my first video, so all I did was put a camera in front of my TV and play Destiny PvP. That's literally all I did. I could say that this is probably one of the few videos that I actually got upset. Not in the video's quality, but how I acted in that video. I was pitifully bad at PvP at the time, or at least in the Destiny universe. So I kinda got killed a lot, and I kinda raged a lot as well during the process. Overall, I was at least proud that I made something on the internet. It was really the first time that I made something on the internet for people to watch. After the first video, I bragged to my brother of how I made my first video, and he had an idea where we should make a collab together. And I thought that was great. That would be fun. And so we ended up playing Fortnite.
And plus I don't want to be talking to other people.
There's not really chat when you...
I can at least tell you that the quality's a bit better, mainly because I had the full screen, while the other screen it was like tilted as fuck. But it was an okay video. I do have some problems with it. We didn't really get much value out of it, mainly because Dane uses it as basically an art exhibit, just to look at the past of Fortnite. My brother plays Fortnite regularly nowadays. I'm pretty sure you already know how I feel about that. The next video was a Battlefield Hardline video. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking back then. Unpopular opinion here, but I actually thought Hardline was actually pretty decent. When I played Battlefield Hardline at the time, I discovered these World War II style weapons that you can use. And I thought they were never exceeded in the game, so I made a video about it. This was supposed to be a two-part series, however. The first part I covered the Tommy gun in the Springfield, and the second part I covered the other two World War weapons. But here's the problem, the second part never got raided. The reason behind this is because I decided to upload both parts at the same time on my phone, which caused the files to get corrupted between each other, so it only uploaded the first part, and then it uploaded the second part. And I even deleted the second part, hoping that I never get to re-upload it again. So I kinda just lost all the footage for the second part. But other than that, that was pretty mediocre.
What do furries actually do?
After that fatal mistake, I soon realized that I was getting nowhere on this channel. Not even a single bit. And I don't think they were even enjoyed by the content. That's how bad they were. I didn't even think they were good. And I knew for a fact that my viewers did not find it enjoyable either. It's literally just horrible gameplay. Did I adapt to this? Did I accept it and try to get better at it? No, I didn't. No, I didn't at all. In fact, I got a full 1 year hiatus from the channel. And I never uploaded since then. And the next time I uploaded was April of 2019. Basically a year ago at this point. And that video in 2019, I wasn't really for sure going to go back to YouTube. If you don't know what the video was, it was a Magic the Gathering Fat Pack opening. Basically how the story went is that I was heading to my local game shop, and I saw the last remaining Fat Pack of War of the Spark, which was the newest set at the time. And so I picked that up, I got to the house, and my dad said he was going to go for coffee, and he'll be back in like several minutes. And since I was alone with the house, I got the idea that I should probably record myself opening this Fat Pack. I might as well go, this might be the first video I might actually go in depth here, because some stuff actually happened. So basically I started off the video just opening the first couple of packs, but then on like the several pack, I actually ended up opening a foil mythic.
Soren. Oh, shit. Okay. Alright.
The greatest part wasn't that I got a foil mythic, it was the realization that it only cost like $10 on Amazon, which was fucking hilarious. And then, midway through the video, this happens.
Machine. Hiya. Nice. Hey. Bomb 2.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. My fucking dad walked in. Apparently, I was too late enough for me to record the entire session without my dad walking in. Before I go longer, I should probably add some context here. I was always afraid of talking to myself when other people was around. I felt like it made me such a fool, which is basically why I'm talking right now when my dad's at work currently. And even though I may not act like it in the video, I was basically eternally screaming inside. Like, I was so shocked. You could tell in the video that my voice just shattered ever since my dad walked in.
Troll. Alright, Storm Conduit. First try. Stumbling Angel. Redemption. Planeswalker.
The video did fine, I guess. It was the first video that I showed my face, however. And I can tell you right now that it was very fucking clean. Anyway, moving on, after that video, I still wasn't really sure if I should really get back in this YouTube thing. My quality was so shit, I was too lazy to buy gear, and I really wasn't expecting to continue this any longer. But then, in my art class, we started to make this little project of stop motion, where we basically use clay to make up a bunch of figures, and we take separate pictures between frames to make a stop motion video. I ended up making my stop motion video, and I had the curious idea of uploading to my YouTube channel. It was 45 seconds. It's not too great. Nothing too much really. The next video was it was summertime. It was near the end of the year, and I was ready to go to Wild Waves. When I got there, the line was fucking huge. I mean, it was like hella huge. I was so ecstatic that I had to caught this on video. After that, I started to feel enjoyed of myself. For some reason, I decided to feel motivated to start doing YouTube. And so since I got back on YouTube, do you think I'm going to improve? No. I'm still not going to improve. The next video I made was Destiny 2 gameplay, which was the first time I ever done Destiny 2 on the channel. And if you don't know me, I am a fucking crackhead at Destiny 2. But it was still a horrible video in my opinion. But I still had hope. After that video, I'd come to the realization that I can't just grow this channel by just putting a camera at the screen. I had to use something. I had to capture my screen with some sort of equipment. Just anything. Even if the quality's bad, just anything other than putting a camera on the screen. And that's when I discovered Upload Studio. If you don't know what Upload Studio is, it's basically an application on Xbox that allows you to plug in your Xbox clips. Basically, you just plug in your clips and you upload them to whatever device you have. And this was a game changer, but this was hella game changing. And thus we enter my first series that I made, my Xbox Clips series. It was my first blown attempt at making my first series, if I should call it that. After that, I made my second iteration of Xbox Clips. After that, I uploaded Chachanka Ace on the channel. And then after that, I made my third iteration of Xbox Clips, which had the Chachanka Ace, so I have no idea why I even uploaded Chachanka Ace in the first place. After that video, I made my last iterations of Xbox Clips. At this point, I was starting to wear out, mainly because I didn't really have any good Xbox Clips anymore. I knew I wasn't going to grow from Xbox Clips either. And then after that, I just started to get more advanced. And what I mean by more advanced is that I downloaded a mobile editing app. And with that mobile editing app, I made my first montage on Siege. God, I fucking hate Siege nowadays. It wasn't really great. It was just a bunch of clips and a bunch of aces. I wouldn't say the video is bad, but it's not great either. It was kind of mediocre in my opinion. The next video was another montage. Surprise, surprise. Again, I still use the same video editor, but I did learn a secret trick from a video. So I was basically able to use copyrighted music on my videos, which was a definite thumbs up, because then I can use all the music I ever wanted to use. That ended up being okay. I showed my brother. This was at the time my brother was actually also making montage, and arguably I will say that his montages were better than me, which basically started this like civil war against my brother, see if he can make the best montages ever. After that video, I was planning on making another montage, but then I realized something that I have no idea that I haven't realized earlier, that I could just use editing softwares on my new laptop that I got for Christmas, which is now the laptop I still use nowadays for editing. And so I used Filmora 9, and I actually really liked the software. I was actually excited for once for making a montage. Even though I can safely say that it wasn't too great, I was actually excited. I was actually happy that I was making another montage. But then after that, disaster broke out. Apparently, I had to deal with this giant ass watermark because I was using the free version at the time. So, all hope was lost. I immediately fell to despair. Again. The next video after that was probably the breaking point of my channel. This montage is not on my channel, for reasons I'll explain right now. I decided to move away from Filmora and decided to use the editing system that my brother was using at the time, and he'll help me guide it. I ended up using but however, there was light, there was no watermark attached to this free version, which was a godsend. When I finished the video, a window popped up. It was basically claiming that I wasn't allowed to export on YouTube because I was using the commercially free version, which confuses me a lot. Because my brother was also using the commercial-free one. He was allowed to export his videos fine. I wasn't able to export my video that I worked on hours on. And so that being a bummer, during that night, I come to the realization that I was officially in a dead end. I did not know where to go with YouTube. I could have gone back to the mobile editing software, but that was stupid. At that point after that, I started just uploading bluff. I ended up making another short that was like 12 seconds long. There's no context to it other than just clapping at a bunch of students walking on a hall. And so after that video, I made a really interesting video. I made the coming out as a furry video. It was basically me claiming I'm a furry and my experience, or at least my several month experience with the community. I kind of just talked about stories I had with my parents finding out I was a furry and my other relatives I had. I'm gonna talk to this right now. Even on camera, I have a really bad habit of talking horribly. It may not look like it, but I am really stuttering making this recording. I really had a hard time communicating with people. I still had friends, I could still make friends, but it was just my voice. It was really negating me to make other people's lives and expressing my feelings. I guess that's just me being still a teenager. I'm still need to grow up, but holy fuck, man, I wish I could just talk normally for once. After that video, I was really lost. But then, one night, I decided that I have finally come to the realization that if I was going to grow a YouTube channel, I needed to stop having the mentality that everything needed to be free. I needed to stop being fucking cheap. And so, I decided to get Premiere Pro. After I got Premiere Pro, I was exhilarated. I was ready to get back into the game finally, and so I started thinking of video ideas. In Destiny 2, there's currently this meta going around with 600 rounds per minute auto rifles being the king of primary weapons, and so I decided to make a video on Suros. I ended up posting a teaser on April 30th, 2020, and I ended up making the final product a few days later. And this was the one time that I actually felt proud for my work. I actually felt like I could do something. I finally fulfilled my goal of having a talent. After that, I kept going. I wanted to keep doing this. The next video after that was only a few weeks ago at this point, was probably one of my favorite videos that I've made so far. I really love how I edited that video and the plot I have put around it. I'm not going to spoil anything. Honestly, you should check out the video yourself. But it's a really damn fine video, and I'm really proud of it. So, now we're here. 2020, halfway done of the year. And yet, yeah, it's still shit. Now let's answer the question that I had at the beginning of the video. Did my dream come true? Did I get an ability that I could show off to people and get impressions from it? I can tell you right now, yes. I can safely say that I finally got an ability. I have finally able to do something that I wasn't able. I can safely say that. And I'm gonna keep going. No matter how many times that I might go into a dead stop. I'm going to keep going on YouTube. This is probably what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. Not entirely the rest of my life. I do have plans in the future that I hope to accomplish other than YouTube. But for now, this is probably what I'm going to be doing for the several next years of my life. And that's that's my whole channel so far. I really hope you enjoyed this video for some reason. I'm sorry I was a bit lagging on dialogue. Again, I'm still fucking horrible at speaking. And yeah, thanks for watching the video. I hope you really enjoyed this video and the character stills I made. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day.
Subscribe now or die.